we've got to answer the question, what does it mean to be a man? What does it mean to be a man? Because if I were to go and shake your hand and ask a couple of the guys in here, hey man, what does it mean to be a man? There'd be all kinds of different answers. We'd all have some kind of thing. We think of this or we think of that, and maybe we would think of the most macho thing that we can think about, and then we would explain that, but that isn't at all what it means to be a man. Let me give you an example. Some of you guys would describe a man as someone who likes to fish, hunt. His favorite color is camouflage. He drives a 4-wheel drive truck. He farts a lot, and he likes cold beer. And listen, here's the issue. That doesn't describe a man. Let me tell you why. Because I'm a man, and my favorite color is black. I wear skinny jeans. I do drive a Jeep. I like to hike. I like to bike. I like to walk. But in no way, listen, if I've got to drive in my wife's Honda Sonata because it's got heated seats and I can walk around and drive with my latte, I'm okay with that. And I'm a man. I mean, how do we go from the Apostle Paul, William Wallace, and John Wayne to the group of guys that we have today? How do we get there? Well, here's the thing. There's a lot that deals with this issue in our culture that has driven this to the point of where we're at. Number one is we could go all the way back to slavery and see how it absolutely devastated families and brought division in every way throughout our country. We can look back at the Industrial Revolution, and we can look back when it was right. I don't know if you guys get this picture in your heart and mind when Dad would go to work and he'd take his son with him. Dad would have his lunchbox, and little Johnny would have his lunchbox, and they would go to work together, and he would watch Dad talk to people and interact, and he would watch Dad build something, and he would watch Dad interact with these people, and he would watch Dad how he did things. You know what that's called? Discipleship. It doesn't exist anymore. Like, bring your child to work day may exist, but how many of you guys are actually taking advantage of that? Listen, gentlemen, we have got to show our kids what it's like to be a godly man. And the issue is that we don't have that going on in our society. Another issue that we have is that we've just turned to our wives, gentlemen, and we've said raising up kids is woman's work. Raising up our children is woman's work, and the issue becomes is, listen, they may have a significant role in raising the children, but if the reason that we're in the situation that we're in right now is because we've got absentee dads all over the place. We've got dads that haven't stepped up. We've got a lot of people, maybe we got a lot of dads, we don't have a whole lot of fathering and loving going on. We got a lot of guys that know how to have sex. We got a very few that know how to father and how to love and how to raise up a child. And so we got issues. We've said, no, we want you. I'm going to go to work and I'm going to provide and I'm going to do all these things, but you take care of the kids. Well, listen, little Johnny and little Susie are in a real big hurt because you know who they need? They need Dad. We've got real generational issues in other cultures. If you go around the world, there is literally a plan on how a boy becomes a man, and we don't have that in the United States. There are so many, again, boys that know how to shave that have no rite of passage. They can't figure out how they're supposed to get from point A to point B. If you were to go over to another tribal land, listen, the way that they become a man is maybe they went and killed something, or maybe they went and killed a lion, or maybe they were going to hunt, and maybe they went with their dad to do something. There's no rite of passage here anymore. So what we have is a bunch of boys that have never grown up. No one can figure out here in America what the rite of passage is. Let me just share with you a couple of these. Obamacare says 26. When you're 25, you come off of mama and daddy's insurance. And so Obamacare says here, your rite of passage as a young man, or from you to go from boyhood to manhood is the age of 26. Budweiser says 21. The military says 18. Xbox says 17, but here the truth is that there is no such thing as a mature video game, guys. I'm just telling you that right now. Listen, if you're at home and you're playing Call of Duty instead of calling on your wife, you're an idiot, number one. Number two is like, what are you doing with your life?
You draw your fish in the sun and then you muggle craft. Well, this one is for the righteous revolution. You have to watch yourself. destruction. My people, them a suffer no peace. Blood it a go run unless you bow to the beast. All the animals sit in a circle and sit.